The year is 2007. You probably just saw Spider-Man 3. It was Spider-Man 3. And then August came around, and if you're me, you're way too young to be playing the game that just came out called BioShock. So you watched your brother play BioShock, and it stayed with you for your entire life. And then you sneakily played it at night whenever you were older and no one knew about it, because you wanted to see what all the hype was about. And it was so worth it. It was so goddamn. It was so fucking cool. Hi, my name's Cambodia, and today we're gonna be talking about BioShock. Which, if you clicked on this video, thank you. I appreciate it. But it would mean a lot if you could like and subscribe and just share this video with someone. That would mean the world to me. Thank you. So, in a time before Rick could hit the gritty on Fortnite and Justin Roiland wasn't Justin Roiland and wasn't a Predator, this really fucking cool game came out called BioShock. And you've probably heard of it. You follow the story of Jack, who survives a plane crash and goes into a city called Rapture, where he discovers a whole new society that escaped due to, politics and had their own ideology. It is a wonderful game, and I came to talk about it today and how much of an impact it had on me as a kid. And first, I want to talk about the intro. The intro to BioShock is one of the few intros that has stuck with me throughout my entire life. Like, besides Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, just because that one was funny as shit.
Distract unsuspecting enemies with your D20, nerd.
But the opening intro to BioShock is so powerful, yet so simple. You crash in a plane and you see this huge lighthouse, and that is your only savior in this entire situation. You're in the middle of the ocean, which, if you have thalassophobia like I do, this opening is fucking awful and you hate it. But once you get out of the water, it's wonderful. Now, after you get out of the water, you go into this lighthouse and you see this sphere. And promptly, you get into it and click this button. And you're taken to a whole underground society where you witness probably one of the most beautiful and impactful cinematics in all of gaming, where you get introduced to Rapture. And this is where the whole mood for the game changes, and the aesthetic commits to itself and grows on you throughout the entire thing. Get brought into this society that has been just fucking ruined, and they've just done DNA like altering. They've just festered under these waters for so long that they've resorted to these terrible, terrible means of survival. And that first splicer that you see whenever you're in that sphere and you see it kill that man, even to this day, dog, that shit scares me. And maybe it's just from the trauma I have as a kid watching that, but that feeling of seeing it happen, seeing it attack you, and then it leave, and it's quiet. Nothing's there. You feel like this city has been abandoned, yet you're being watched at the same time. And it's the most freakiest fucking feeling that few games have ever replicated. And you immediately become familiar with this 60s kind of golden era aesthetic that everything has. But it's so electronic, but not in a modern way, in a this is unethical and this looks fucked up kind of way. This isn't only for the landscape either. I mean, even the enemies, for example, you got your big daddies, and you got your special ones that have their own names, like, bouncers and rosies and those sorts. But they all complete this aesthetic and go for this look that makes the game feel like it's alive, and there's real world building in that. And a lot of games fail to commit to that today, I feel like. And not only with their looks, but this game didn't surprise you with anything. There was no loot boxes. There was no, like, fucking Attack on Titan bundles in the Warzone item shop yet, dude. There was no fucking Naruto skin that you could buy. It was just like it was just BioShock. And that's so rare to see for a game nowadays that it's sad. And that isn't necessarily just because BioShock was like BioShock. This era of gaming in general, dude, 2007 to like 2013 is my favorite era of gaming. We got some of the best games I have like ever played, and they were so complete. And I genuinely think it's because this is the point in gaming where the tipping point from customer, consumer to developer and investor pivoted. The investors, I feel like investors weren't as involved in this time period, and they let developers actually do what they wanted. And they let developers fully express themselves as they wanted, or even graphic designers for that matter, or modeling artists. And it's just, like, BioShock isn't just a game for me at this point. It's a relic in time. This thing is older than 10, 12 years. Like 13 years. Oh my god. This game's like fucking 14 years old, dude. I'm gonna lose my shit. Where did it go? Where did the time go? Where did all of it go? Why are there so many farming simulators now? What happened? And the gameplay was easy to understand, but kind of hard to master. Whenever you first start playing, you panic and you don't really know what weapons to use. You aren't sure of what like the next room's gonna have for encounters. Whenever you fight your first Big Daddy, dude, oh my god, that shit is scary. Dude, whenever you hear the fucking that Big Daddy like that like whale call almost that they have, that instructs so much fear just because you know what that means. And they're like, just this game means so much to me. And there wasn't one way to do each encounter, and games like say that all the time nowadays, like play your own way. But in BioShock, you could genuinely fight enemies in multiple ways. You could use your Incinerate to unlock ice passages to go to new areas. You could use the lightning to shock the water. You could use your telekinesis to grab grenades and throw it back at them. There wasn't a correct way to play the game. And the story is written so goddamn well. Oh my god. I don't like... Just the mood that this game had the entire way through, the way that the story was written, has you hooked the whole time. You don't play this game like for no reason. You get launched into this world that you want to go explore, and you find out so much about it, and it's just... The world building is incredible. The immediate introduction of plasmids to you as the player lets you know just what this society is really about. It's gone from this hierarchy, like heaven on earth haven, to this unethical, science-based, skin grafting to diving suit motherfuckers that are ravaging and killing people just so that they can live another day in this underwater hell. And the fact that you immediately get introduced to the character of Atlas, and he's kind of your guide, gives you a glint of hope almost, and gives you a friend to talk to while you're in here. And I think that that's wonderful, that the game kind of gives you that small little, like, yeah, you might make it. We don't fucking know. Not only that, but the smart way that this game tested your morality, where to see if you would rescue the little sisters or harvest them. It wasn't a big thing, but it made you think. And not a lot of games do that anymore. Give you a genuinely moral decision where you feel like an asshole. Unless you're like Baldur's Gate, which shout out Larian Studios, by the way. Baldur's Gate fucking sick. Alright, back to BioShock. But that sense of you can be a terrible person if you want to, and kill these little girls and like harvest them, or choose to rescue them, and it gives you that option, and like you can see the fear whenever you kill what they think is their protector, Big Daddies that guide them through Rapture, is such a unique like concept that you just don't see a lot of games use that similar of an idea, and you still don't to this day. 2K Boston, they knew what they were doing. The lighting is like so prominent in how each area feels. You'll go into an area and there's these bright blues and these dark reds, And you'll be walking on a bridge and you'll see a bright neon sign that's red and you can see it reflecting in the water. And it's just, even going from like building to building, going through those water pipes or those water tunnels for that matter, and seeing this entire just civilization it just makes you feel so small compared to like that society. It gives you a real sense of who you are and like what your place is in this game. You're fucking no one, dude. You're jack. Literally jack shit. Like, you just came here, you have no idea what's going on, you're just trying to survive. Few games get you into that mindset that quickly of just being immersed. Just being in there, man. Alright, I'm sorry. Sorry, okay? I know this video is very all over the place, but you're watching an unhinged 19-year-old talk about a game. I didn't know what you expected. But that was my rant. I think that was really just all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it a lot. And if you've gotten to this point, it would mean a lot to me if you could subscribe and maybe just tell someone about my channel, because I'm really trying to grow it, and that would mean a lot. So thank you guys, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Always remember to love each other and take care of each other. Just, like, don't be a dickhead. Be nice to one another. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you next time.